I see people joining.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Girls Night Live. I'm so happy that you're all here today. We are coming to you live from Pittsburgh, PA, with founder and owner of Anar Gourmet Foods, Priya Osuri. Priya has been so kind and has decided to send me 7 samples of the food that we're going to be exploring tonight. So I'm going to be tasting the food in real time as Priya talks about it. This is my first time tasting Anar Gourmet Foods. This was so nice of Priya. So everyone, please just give her a warm welcome. And I'm just going to give you a little preview of the food before Priya goes ahead and gets started. I mean, everything looks so amazing, you guys. So much work on Priya's part. She had to cook all of these dishes twice for me, actually. So I'm just really excited and thankful. So go ahead, Priya, take it away.
Hi, everyone. It's so nice to be here. I'm excited to be here. And thank you so much for your time and for joining me. I'm also very thankful to Girls Night Live and for Becky and Peg and the team for supporting me, my woman-owned business. So I'm Priya, founder and owner of Anar Gourmet Foods, and we make all natural gluten-free seasoning kits for authentic and fusion Indian food. So tonight I want to give you some tips and tricks on how to make great Indian food, how to have some create your food in just different ways, use them in creative ways to make fusion Indian food. And we're also going to give you an exclusive discount holiday deal that Becky's going to drop in the chat. So I hope you enjoy that. And by the way, if you have any questions, now's the time to ask. I'd love this to be an interactive show. So, certainly looking forward to hearing what your questions are. So I thought I'd start with a little bit of background about me. I've created this line based on my mom's cooking, as she is my inspiration. So with my mom's authentic Indian food and my fusion Indian experience of being in India and then coming here, I've combined the best of both worlds, I feel. I've taken the Indian spices and catered them to Western ingredients. And then we get a beautiful blend of food that I feel is unique like me. It combines the best of both worlds and gives you this lovely food that you can taste. So I have to say a little bit about my company. My company's name is Anar, which is my son's name, Rana, spelled backwards. And Rana in Hindi means prince, so we cater to him now. But Anar in Hindi means pomegranate. So it is a symbol in Eastern cultures of fertility, abundance, prosperity, and even immortality. So these are wishes I kind of wish for all you guys. So it's a very special meaning for me. And, there's a secret to this of what we do. It's actually our curry powder. And this is my grandmother's recipe that she passed down to me. And it's unique to our household from a small village in India. And my mom helped me develop this recipe too. So this is our secret sauce. It gives that authentic taste and it's got like layers of flavors. It takes us like literally 3 or 4 hours to make it. And you get a small batch and we use it as a base along with other spices in all our curries. And that's what gives it that robust flavor. So people love that, the flavors, they love how simple it is because it takes me 3 or 4 months to make each recipe. What I do is tailor the Eastern spices with my grandmother's hot curry powder to Western ingredients. And then I also customize the heat because I know I love spicy heat. I love my mom's food, but not everybody can take that. So you can customize the spicy heat. Each packet is, it's like family size. So 4 to 6 people can eat it at a time, or you have plenty of leftovers. They freeze very well. And it takes 30 to 45 minutes to make. And I really created this business because people love my mom's food, but most of them are like intimidated to make it because it is pretty complex. So I got to show you, this is for real. This little basket, this is the stuff that you guys have to go buy when you create Indian food. And it's a lot, it takes 3 or 4 hours. You have to guess, how it is. And hours later, you're just tired.
So everything in that basket is what you would normally have to purchase, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah, normally you go out and buy like all these different spices. And then you come home and you're like, okay, how much of each of these do I have to put in? and, and you're grinding and roasting and like, 3 or 4 hours later, you're just tired and the food is okay. And then you're so tired with the experience, you just take it and it's put to the back of the pantry. Till a year later, you're like, hey, I have Indian food stuff that I can make. Yeah. So I've taken out all the guesswork. You can make each of these meals 30 to 45 minutes. Super easy. It's just so simple. If you can cut an onion, tomato, jalapeno, your meat, and maybe a garlic, you got this down pat. It's so simple. So there's no problems with it. So our customers, we in the Pittsburgh area, we're in Whole Foods, we're in Sorgles, we're in Lateral Food stores also because they're all gluten-free, no MSG, soy, nut, sugar, preservatives, because I have a few allergies, so I'm very conscious about that. So it's a nice little package that gives you just joy, I feel. And it's special, but you can make it like even every day. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and give you the code now, and then we'll mention it later on. So you guys, you get a 25% discount with the code GNL, as in Girls Night Live 25. So you put that in when you shop, and you'll have that code through the end of November. So any questions so far?
We're good.
We're good. Great. So you want to start the taste testing, Becky?
Sure. What should we start with?
We can start with the chicken tikka masala.
Okay.
And so it's over here. For my bowl is over here. And so this one's a #1 seller. Use it with 3 pounds of meat. You get a lot of sauce. Just amazing, amazing, amazing. I wanted to taste it too, and I just realized I don't have my lactate pill because I do have the lactose tolerant. Let me call my husband, ask him if he could get me a lactate pill.
Oh, sure.
Thank you, honey. I want to try it with you. But go ahead, Becky. Why don't you give it a try, and then I can tell you different ways you can use it also.
So the dairy in this is yogurt. That's what you're referring to, right?
Yes. There is yogurt, and then it's decadent. It's got heavy whipping cream in it too, so it's really yummy.
Really good, not spicy.
Okay,
I could have handled a little more spice. So for people who think that Indian food is way too spicy for you, Priya's products are not. This is very mild, extremely flavorful. She sent me frozen meals, which is not, what you would all be purchasing from her, but this reheated perfectly. The chicken is moist, and like I said, it's flavorful, but not spicy. Heat wise.
Oh, that is good. Yum. It does freeze very well. You can freeze it literally up to like 2 or 3 months. We've frozen it to up to 6 months. No problems. It has no preservatives. So it's really like right in the freezer, and heat it up and you're good to go. Here's a trick to it, Becky. When you you can customize the spicy eat. So normally what I do, literally, I use half of a thumb size jalapeno. So literally take half of a thumb size, cut it in half, and I de-seed most of it because my husband can't take too much heat. But if you like it hotter, put more of the jalapeno in, and that kind of amps up the heat. So that's my little trick for making food spicy. And if it comes out too spicy, make some yogurt raita. So with that, I'll towards the end of the show, I'll show you how to make it. It's super simple. It's my mom's recipe, and it's really, really yummy. It pairs very well with especially chicken dishes. So to eat this, you can eat it with white rice or naan, Indian flatbread. I like to eat it with coconut rice, and my mom gave me her recipe for that. It's on my website, and it's really, really, really good. Oh, I did send you some coconut rice, Becky.
I do. I have some coconut rice right here. Yes, it's kind of
it pairs very well with coconut rice or with even with some of the other dishes. What I like about this dish, somebody suggested eating with tacos, and I'm telling you, it is so good with tacos. So this again makes 3 pounds of meat. You have plenty of leftovers. So if you have leftover sauce and not enough chicken pieces in it, throw in some veggies there, throw in some shrimp, and you have another meal, or put it on your tacos, and it's really good. I mean, you don't even need any other dressing on there. but you could put your favorite toppings and it works out very well.
Yeah, and
I could talk about, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think that's one of another reason why your products are so adaptable, is that you don't have to roll with the traditional sides. If you don't have certain ingredients on hand, let's say you didn't grab rice, you know, compromise and make tacos, or, well, we're gonna tell you about the other dishes you can make.
And this dish you can also eat over quinoa. It works very well. So if you're in a keto diet, you know, this line is really good for keto diet. Yeah. So I could talk about that all day, but we should probably move on to some of the other dishes. Yes. So my second favorite, and I made this recently during the pandemic, is butter chicken. Let me see. This is, so we have a butter chicken dish here. Okay. And it is amazing, slightly different than the chicken tikka. So this one has about 4 tablespoons of butter. So it's buttery, it's creamy, it's rich. And one of my friends made it, and she said after that she was in like a happy food coma. She just enjoyed it.
So I just want to show everyone the color difference here. So the darker, the redder dish is the tikka, but then I'm gonna try the butter chicken here. And I don't know if you guys can see, but it's very saucy. It looks amazing. So excited. I mean, what is more American than butter? That is so good, but distinctly different from the chicken tikka.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know what it is. I'm not the expert. I can't tell what the obviously butter, but very two different dishes. Love this one though. Love this.
And it's a little bit spicier than the chicken tikka.
It is, yes. Which is surprising, but
yeah. You know, when I make these dishes, I have to say it must be, I really feel sometimes a divine intervention, because I make them, I just look at different spices and I say, I like this, I like this, I like this, and then I put them together and it just comes through. But I couldn't tell you what the ingredients are in each dish because I just forget. If I don't write it down, I forget. But I really love this one. And you can feel the heat is a gentle rolling heat, you know, so it's really nice.
Slow build.
Yeah, slow build, and it kind of flows. And this one too, go ahead.
I just wanted to say, Teresa said, love this. And we already answered this question, but Peg asked if it's spicy, which we're saying it's a milder spice. So
yeah. Hi, Teresa. Teresa, by the way, wrote a review on my website this weekend. She had butter chicken. So thank you. I'm so glad you liked it. I'm so happy. Thank you. That was an awesome review, bro. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, you guys check out the reviews. We have 50 plus reviews on our website, and they're all 5 stars, which to me means so much, because that means I'm bring you guys joy, and that just makes me happy. As corny as that sounds, it does make me very happy.
So I just dropped the link for the butter chicken into the chat. I'll drop the promo code again.
Oh, perfect. And by the way, this one, you can eat it with quinoa. You can eat it with tacos. Again, tacos is really, really good. You can eat it over white rice, coconut rice. It pairs very well. Naan. It's all good. It's all good. So butter chicken. So the next top seller for us is the keema, the ground beef.
Okay.
And this one's very versatile. It's very mild, and I made it when my son couldn't take the heat too much. So people but it's very, very flavorful. It packs a punch, and this one is for 2.5 pounds. So you get, again, a lot out of it. It freezes very well. So when we went away during the summertime to an Airbnb, I made these dishes, I froze them. When we went there, all we had to do is thaw them out, or you take a spice pack with you. So tell me, Becky, what did you think?
Wait, I was waiting for you. I'm going to take the first.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I am trying the keema with the coconut rice, which looks delicious.
Oh, that's I haven't done that before. Let me see what you think.
I probably should have tried them separately, right? Because I'm getting the
No, that's
I'm getting the coconut, but here, let me
mix and match. I'm all good with that.
Guys, I didn't eat dinner because I knew that Priya was going to be feeding me. So I'm genuinely eating right now. This is not just like polite tasting.
Yeah.
I'm actually eating. So delicious.
And I ate dinner, so I can't eat anymore. I was a little bit stressed out. I was nervous, so I was just like stress eating, and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm too full now.
This is delicious. This is reminiscent of chili, ground beef and chili for me. This could be great for tacos, as we've said. You could throw this on like a bun and do sort of like a spicy sloppy joe. Yeah, I think this is very versatile, and you're saying it's one of your top sellers, right? So
yeah, it's one of my top sellers. This one you can I haven't, my husband tried it with tacos and he wasn't too keen on it, but corn chips, it's weird. Like I think with tacos with the toppings and the sour cream doesn't work, but with corn chips it's great as a dip. Yeah. And also I put it in like the Pillsbury crust, wrapped it up and baked it, and oh my gosh, it's like flaky, crumbly, and it just like a meat pie. Some of my friends have made it like a sloppy joe. So there's so many different ways you can eat it. I took it to a party recently for like a dip, and people really loved it. Yeah, that's our next bestseller.
And there are peas in it. I don't know if you could.
There are peas in it. I've recently sort of people done, because the title itself, the name of the package, ground beef with peas, it's a little bit much, so I've just shortened it to ground beef. But you can use peas if you want. That's fine.
I like peas. Yeah. No, I like
it. Taking a little bit of veggies there. So that's the next one that people really seem to like is our chickpea curry. And I'll let Becky go ahead and try that.
All right. Just want to give everyone my view here of the chickpea curry. That is one. Gorgeous. Okay.
I have bowl envy right now. I love all your bowls.
Oh, thank you. They're not mine. They're my mom's, but
moms are the best. Okay. I see my mom and dad.
Okay, this one seems actually spicy. I can feel the spice level. I got that the second I tasted it. This is up my alley. I love spicy food, and this is not even. This is still for those who like mild. Please don't be afraid of any of Priya's products. These have all been more than withstanding for someone who has a low tolerance for heat. That being said, the chickpeas are definitely adding a little spice right now. So good though.
I didn't shy away from the heat from this one for you.
Good. No, I'm glad you didn't. But I want to be clear, this is not the kind of heat where if you just throw a bunch of Tabasco on something and like your tongue is burning. Like Priya said before, it's a slow build in the back of your throat. You're not like chugging water. It's really nice. It's like a subtle burn. No, I'm just kidding. No, it really, guys, don't be afraid. It's not, she just added a little more spice for me because she was making the dish for me, but it's again, like you can all handle it. I believe in you. This dish, I'm eating it warm right now, and it would be great over rice, but I also think it would be great served cold over a salad, because I love chickpeas. It's a great source of protein if you're a vegetarian, and I think just serving this chilled over some romaine with like some chopped cucumber, maybe a little onion, just dress it up a little bit. I think that would be an amazing lunch, really healthy. And that's the other thing. All of this food is healthy, guys. Like this is Priya's family's spice blend. You can't find this anywhere else. And know that this is not some corporate factory made product. This is from her family. It means a lot to her. And I'm just so happy that you shared this with me because I've enjoyed everything so far. So
awesome. I'm so glad. The chickpea, by the way, if you don't like it spicy, I put a little bit more than thumb size jalapeno, and you can omit it, and that brings this level down, but it is on the spicier side. So I just want to let you know that. I've eaten that actually with cauliflower rice, and it's really good even with that.
Cauliflower rice is a great gluten-free or
yeah,
I guess there isn't gluten in. Is rice?
No, cauliflower rice is no gluten.
Regular rice is
no gluten.
Also no gluten. Okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Don't listen to me. Linda Burns says add roasted eggplant and lots of green and red peppers to all of these meals.
Thanks, Linda. That's one of my really good friends. I love her to death.
Oh, it says from Sarah and MJ.
Yes. She sends me such beautiful pictures of all the food, and I really appreciate that, Linda, and your friends too. You guys are awesome. So yeah, they just they have these creative recipes. So just because these are in a certain packet, like the chicken tikka, you don't have to make it that way. You can use it however way you want. So, and on the description of each of the labels, it'll tell you whether it's, medium spice, or so you can certainly kind of gauge by that. So that is the chickpea. So the next one I wanted to point out is my mama's favorite. I love this. This is grandma's, there you go. I want to make sure it's the right one. Grandma's spicy chicken curry. So this one my mom makes for special occasions, birthdays, Christmas, Thanksgiving. I miss my curry turkey Thanksgiving. So she makes that with coconut rice, and it is really, really, really good. And what I've done, Becky, I sent you the chicken curry. Yeah, I'll let you try it, and then I'll show you my variation of it.
Looks amazing.
Yum. Now I wish I hadn't eaten that much dinner.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what dinner I made too, which is really good.
We're getting spicier. I think you're going up going up the scale. Is this garlicky? It tastes a little, or onion?
It has garlic, it has onion, it has a whole bunch of
so good. I love garlic and onion. I can't get enough garlic. So, which I'm sure other people don't appreciate, but I
oh, this is good. Yeah. So the ingredients for this, your chicken, yogurt, olive oil, onion, green bell pepper, fresh cilantro, jalapeno, tomatoes, and lemon juice. And then the spices itself, this is a whopper. You got your salt, our brand of curry powder, a proprietary brand, which has red chili, coriander, garlic, cumin, turmeric, mustard seeds, fenugreek, garlic powder, ginger powder, turmeric, cinnamon, cumin, green cardamom, bay leaf, and clove. So this is why I do what I do, so it's easy for you guys.
And the spice blend you're talking about is that bottle right there, right? That
it's the bottle. Hot Sat Indian curry powder. Yeah, that's unique to our household. Yeah. So that's in most of these.
This might be my favorite. I know that's probably an unusual answer, but I think I'm enjoying the grandma's chicken curry the most so far.
There you go, Mom. She loves your food.
I do. No, this is definitely my level of heat. This is a nice medium level of heat. So good though. So good. I would eat this every week.
So you know what I did? My little variation here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but this little variation, I used ground chicken. And I'm telling you, it makes a difference. I used 2 pounds instead of 3 pounds. I put both the spice packets, because usually in each of these, you layer the flavors. And I didn't mention this before. This is like stepwise cooking that I've reduced to like the smallest, lowest common multiple, if you will. So these 2 packets I put in at one time in the ground chicken, and you eat it with a lettuce wrap. It's really, really good. My son put like peanuts in it for a crunch, and it's just amazing. The recipe is on our website. So I did put that up on our website.
I was going to say, I think part of what I'm enjoying is the ground aspect rather than, because like the other dishes are more chunky, and I think I like that this is like small quick bites that you can spoon just really quickly. So absolutely
good. Yeah, so thanks, Mom, for that recipe. That was awesome. My mom and I, when we developed this recipe, I asked her, And she says, oh, just put a handful. She's the type who put a handful of this, handful of that, and it turns out perfect. Meanwhile, I'm like, where is my measuring spoon, Mom? And I literally like scoop it out to see, okay, this would be a teaspoon. So this is kind of how we drop the recipe, but we're very like, I'm very precise. I need to know how much, when, and the timing. So I use my Achilles heel to help you guys out. So there's no messing up. You could just make it so simply.
And I was actually going to say for the grandma's chicken curry, this is another dish that just like the chickpea, I think would be more than yummy served chilled or cold. Like if you have to take your lunch with you and like you can't keep everything warm, this would be great in lettuce wraps. Like I think that this is like a nice bright flavor that totally translates regardless of heat. Whereas you know, some of the other dishes you're definitely going to want to eat hot. This is one that you can absolutely take for lunch. I know I would eat it chilled. So
awesome. I am so glad you like it. That is actually my favorite one too.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Because and then I make coconut rice, and it's just along with coconut rice, it works really, really well. But you can again eat it with, you know, white rice, with Indian flatbread. There's so many ways you can eat it. Now just with the lettuce wrap, it's amazing. I had it a couple of weeks ago and it was really, really good. So, oh my gosh, I can't believe how quickly the time has passed. So real quick, I made this today. This is lentil soup. I'll just remove these. Can you still see the lentils right here? Or maybe I'll just take it off. Yeah. So this is lentil soup. This is my mom's. I don't want to tilt it because it's really full. But this is amazing. And this is a labor of love when we make it, because in it, you have your lentils. I include your lentils. And then we also have, it's literally like a kit. So you got like 5 different things. And this it's timing. You base it on timing, and the recipes, they're step by step. So it's really easy to make. You can't mess it up. This is my mom's South Indian dal or lentils. You can eat it over white rice, like traditionally we do in India, or you can have it as a soup by itself. So sorry, I didn't make this one for you, but I just didn't have time to make the dishes.
No worries. You sent me more than enough. Linda from Facebook Live wants to know, can I substitute sour cream for yogurt in your recipe?
You know, I have friends, I can't swear by it, but I know friends who have used it. Because again, I'm lactose intolerant. So, you know, I have a hard time trying those things out. But you could certainly, if you do give it a try, let me know, because I would love to know that.
So instead of yogurt, you use coconut milk, right? Since you're lactose.
Yes, I tend to use coconut milk or dairy-free yogurt. Yeah.
And you find that that's like a totally fine substitute. Like you don't miss the dairy at all?
It's different, but it's like I use it for the heavy whipping cream, and then you can use dairy-free yogurt. And I have some friends who use it for both, and they swear by it. They say it comes out really, really good.
Okay. Yeah. Do you have any brands of dairy-free yogurt that you like? And I can just put that in the chat if there's any.
Yeah, I actually, you know, I tend to just use, I love Stonyfield. There's no promotion here or anything or sponsorship from them, but I love Stonyfield. I tend to use that versus like Greek yogurt. I feel Greek yogurt's a little too thick. Stonyfield has just that right consistency. So I really use them for like no low fat or non-fat. I see we are at the 8:30 mark. Is there something that I should quickly wrap up with? I don't know how much time we have, Becky.
Well, we still have, we didn't get to the sag paneer, so that we still have that dish to taste.
Yes. So the sag paneer I sent you, I have to say different types of paneer taste differently. The first time I made this, my husband went to a different grocery store and he found like literally a wall full of like all different cheeses. So he ended up getting Turkish cheese. So I made it and it was different than the Indian paneer. So I made it again, but then I sent the wrong one to Becky. I made it like back-to-back night because I wanted it to be authentic, but this is different. So you can use different cheeses. It will taste a little different when you use different cheeses. What I like about this is you can actually simmer off the liquid and you can use it as a dip. So it's like a spinach and cheese dip, and that's good. The other thing you can do with this is you can, instead of paneer, instead of the cheese, you can actually put potatoes in it, and you have, you know, your sag potato. Aloo sag dish.
You know what? I don't have the original dish that you intended to, but this to me, I wouldn't know that there was anything different about this. Just tastes like cubes of mozzarella and like a delicious sauce. It really, the cheese it's kind of mild, right? Is that
Yeah, the cheese is mild. It's a little bit saltier than Indian cheese because when I tasted it, I'm like, it's a little bit different than what I usually make. Then we went and dug in and look at it was spelled Paynir, which is Pioneer versus Panner. So it was a different type of cheese. So, but it was good to know. Yeah. And this one's great as a dip too.
Am I confusing the cheese with the pieces of tofu or?
You can make it with tofu.
Oh, it's not okay. So there's no tofu in this one. I wasn't sure.
There's no tofu in that one. You can make it with tofu, but I so wish you tried the original version because personally I like that the best. But yeah, but there's a little different variation, and you can just whip it up and make it into like a nice little dip.
Awesome.
So tonight, before I forget, this is a super easy lazy person's dish. If I can reach over without bringing down the house here. This one is baked salmon, and this is a super easy one to make with the hot curry powder. So what I did was, I like to my husband doesn't care for the fishy taste, so I soak it in milk overnight or even just for a few hours, and then you just spray down your baking pan, and then spray with olive oil and spray the fish, and then just sprinkle on the curry powder and the salt, and just rub it in and then bake it 350 for like 25-30 minutes, and it just comes out good. So what we did tonight is we paired it with the lentils and it was really, really amazing. But if you're lazy, like me, sometimes Friday nights, I just don't want much to do with it. Seriously, sprinkle on some olive oil, salt, and curry powder, and you're good. So one little tip before we run out of time, I just wanted to let you know, when you make Indian food, and if you decide to get like a curry powder or something like that, I use 1.5 teaspoons of curry powder with 1.5 teaspoons of salt, so even balance. And then you can use that for 3 pounds of meat. So if you don't like it too hot, temper those down, like put 1 teaspoon of curry powder to 1 teaspoon of salt, and you balance it out. But I would not recommend using tablespoons. Somebody did that once and I was like, ooh, that's a lot, because this is original, authentic hot curry powder. So that's a nice little easy dish to make. The other thing to do is you can make yogurt raita. It's on my website. So basically, this is again Stonyfield yogurt. So a cup of yogurt and diced cucumber, like I would say about 2 inches of it, de-seeded and diced, and put a pinch of salt in it, mix it up and eat it. If the dish is too hot, eat it with each bite, and it's just a lovely, lovely accompaniment. So it's super easy to make, and that's my mom's recipe.
That sounds great. We do have a couple questions.
Sure.
Gracie from IG Live asks, do you offer gift cards?
Yes. It's on our website. Yep. You can do increments from 10 to whatever. I'm glad you said that, because the other thing I wanted to point out, we're starting to make gift boxes. So we just ordered them and they arrived today, so we haven't made it up. But basically, we're going to have gift boxes, really pretty. They're going to be like brown with ribbons. And then we have a nice little favor here with, I don't know if you can see it. Let me just take it out here. Unwrap the whole thing. But this is my little ornament to you. It's a bay leaf with red pepper and cinnamon. So it's all natural. I thought about, wouldn't it be nice to put a little glitter? And I'm like, no, we're going to stick with all natural. So it's edible and you can actually use it.
And those are all spices that you'll find in the curry powder, right? Bay leaf,
yes,
chili, pepper,
yeah,
cinnamon.
Yep, that's all the ones that we use, and wrapped up in a nice little bow. And so you'll see that on our website. And again, the code for tonight, GNL25, you get a 25% discount.
We do have a couple more questions.
Sure.
To get through these. Danielle from IG Live asks, how do the spices within the packets taste different? So I guess, how do they each differ? Like,
Oh, yeah, they're all very different.
Very
Each dish does not taste like, Becky, you can tell, right?
Yes.
Each
Yeah,
dish,
absolutely.
yeah,
It's
even with
subtle.
the,
It's hard to tell.
yeah.
I can't tell. Like if you're not familiar already with spice
Mhm.
blends, you'll know that something's different. It'll be hard to detect what it is. I think if you want to, get into.
Yeah, so for example, like the chicken tikka spice blend, you have salt, black pepper, cumin, coriander, cinnamon, cayenne, garam masala, which is coriander, cumin, clove, cinnamon, cardamom, black pepper, paprika, and ginger powder. So you have that set. And then you look at the one for keema, which was you get your salt, curry powder, garam masala, turmeric, mustard seed, garlic, paprika, ginger, and red chili. So it's a really different flavor palette. And then how you put it together also makes a difference.
Okay.
Yeah, we did, yeah, so most of them have like 2 packets. This one has like, chickpea has 1 packet, saag paneer has 1 packet, and it's like really big, like a big honking size. And then you have the step-by-step recipe that helps you.
Great. Angela from IG Live asked about how many servings will the packet serve? I think you already said at least 4, right?
Yeah, actually it's for like the meat dishes, 3 pounds of meat, plus you have the sauce. So you get a lot and they freeze very well, except for the potato one. I mean, we have other packets. I have 14 flavors and all that I've created. So like the potato, you use it for 4 cups of potato. Tofu, you use 2 bricks of tofu. Spicy chicken marinade, this is my lazy person's recipe. It is awesome, 4 pounds of meat. Spicy beef curry, like 2.5 pounds. So you get literally 4 to 6 generous servings. And then, if it's just you know what, feel free to freeze it. There's no problem except for the potato. You don't want to do that.
No, okay, so freeze it, but not potatoes. Okay.
But not, yeah, potatoes just don't, you freeze, but then when you thaw them, it just doesn't work.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, so
we do have a question about the gift boxes. Can you send those for Christmas? Like, will they be ready in time? Are they on your site?
yes. Yeah, they'll be ready for Christmas. And I'm thinking of doing like 3 of them, beautiful gift wrap box. And so you can use them as like, gifts. They're great for single packets, great for stocking stuffers. Or one of my other customers, what she did, which I thought was so heartwarming, but what she did is she bought them for her grandmother, and once a month she'd go cook with her grandmother. And it just was just like, oh my gosh, it made such a special experience. So that's something you can do too. Or you can give them like corporate gifts, so it's something personal it gives a good experience. And by the way, for Thanksgiving and holidays when families come over, I know Linda, you're online, she made it last Thanksgiving for her family. So you don't have to cook multiple times. You've got great dishes that you can cook for a larger family too.
Awesome. And if you're a single person, just save it for later, right?
Save it for later or use it in different ways. I go to the post office and do a lot of mailing. So I gave the mail, the person who at the post office, he was talking about Indian food. So I gave him a packet. His family didn't eat Indian food. His wife and daughter don't like Indian food, but he ate it. He made it and he had it for dinner, breakfast, lunch. He just couldn't get enough of it. So that's great. But so he ate it all.
I love that. We have one more question here. Liz from IG Live. How long will it take me to make the chicken tikka? I think she may have come in late.
Sure, no problem. The chicken tikka, this is a good tip. I'm glad you asked that. I do like to marinate chicken overnight because you have 2 packets in here, step 1 and a step 2. So I like to marinate the chicken overnight with step 1. And then the recipe will tell you yogurt, the chicken, and lemon juice. And the next day, when you're ready to make the sauce, you make the sauce, and it's super simple. You chop in jalapeno, garlic, and you pour in a can of tomato sauce and a can of heavy whipping cream. And then you just let that bubble for about 15 minutes. Meanwhile, what you take your marinated chicken, pop it in the oven, 20 minutes, and then put them together for another 20 minutes. So altogether, I would say after marinating the meat, really it's about half hour, 40 minutes max. And you don't even need, you can use an Instapot. You don't even need an Instapot. Butter chicken, don't use an Instapot, please, because the butter burns easily. So it will burn, because I've done that. So use a regular pot.
All right, great. And before we wrap up, I just wanted to let everyone know, we've mentioned some individual ingredients and spices that go into these powders. This is nothing to be intimidated of. These are all spices that you've had before. Like if you've had chili, you've had cumin before. If you've had any kind of Mexican food, you've definitely had jalapeno, garlic, and onion in that combination. So we've all had cinnamon before. We've all had mustard seed before. So the makeup of Priya's products should be familiar to all of us. And I think it's just about trying something new. And even as she said, if you're kind of a lazy cook, the way that I am, you don't have to go all out with these recipes. Just buy the curry powder, sprinkle it on, whatever, chicken, beef, literally anything, vegetables, right? Veggies, chicken, beef, doesn't matter. It's just a nice way to sort of brighten up the dish and have, if you're cooking for someone, they'll ask you what you did, that they'll be impressed. So it doesn't have to be hard, guys. This can be a really easy stocking stuffer to give someone or gift for yourself. I also just, sorry, what were you?
Go ahead. No. I was going to say, you guys have any questions? I'm very, very accessible. The 800 number on for my company routes to my cell phone. Leave a message, because spam calls, I tend to, be careful with that. But you can DM me through Facebook or Instagram. And if you call me at 3 a.m, I'm just about as perky as I am now. So a little bit scary, but I'm happy to help. I don't want to hover, but I'm there for you.
Does anyone else have questions, comments for Priya? Before we go, I do just want to thank our November sponsor, icon and lifestyle brand Fred Siegel. You can find them on the Girls Night Live marketplace, as well as you can find Anar Gourmet Foods.